there folks, my name is Mike and today I'm going to do a little show and tell on my HID collection. HID stands for High Intensity Discharge, also known as xenon. A lot of the newer cars are using HID type headlamps versus the traditional halogen. I personally use HID flashlights when I go caving. They're great for lighting up formations, large rooms, and high domes. So what is the difference between halogens and HIDs? Halogens use a typical or a traditional filament, whereas HIDs rely on an electrical charge to ignite a xenon gas in a sealed bulb, kind of similar to lightning phenomena in the sky. Now, some of the advantages that HID has over halogens are they use 35% less power, so that means you're going to get longer run times out of your batteries. They can last up to 6 times longer. They are 3 to 4 times brighter, and they have a variety of different colors that they come in. Usually halogens, their temperature or light temperature is around 2300 degrees Kelvin, which is really yellow. Where HIDs you can get in a variety of different color temperatures. For instance, 4300 Kelvin is similar to natural sunlight. 5000 degrees Kelvin is kind of a whitish look to it. And 6000 and above, it starts getting bluer. So like 7 or 8000 is really a blue color. Most of the better flashlights have moved to lithium ion or a LiPo type of battery, and the reason for that is they're lighter and you get better run times versus the lead acids. They're a little bit more pricey, so there is kind of a trade-off there. HIDs kind of used to be a specialty item, but as I mentioned before, you can now find them in Walmart, sometimes Home Depot or Lowe's. You can also buy them more typically online from a domestic reseller, or I've seen them listed on eBay. Now you can get a very competitive price if you buy a HID on eBay, but the thing to remember is if you have a problem with the flashlight, such as the bulb going out, your reflector having a problem, or you scratch the lens, a ballast issue or a battery issue, you're probably not going to get any type of replacement part or service from an eBay seller. If you have an interest in learning about HID flashlights, you can visit candlepowerforums.com. That's a great internet discussion forum where a lot of people are talking about HID technology and new flashlights that come out. I personally learned a lot on that website by talking with different folks. That helped me build one of my monster HID flashlights, which I'll show you here in a bit. So without further ado, let's start looking at some of the HID lights I personally own. Okay, the first light we're going to take a look at is the Oracle 35/28 watt flashlight. Looks like a traditional flashlight. It's available from Advanced Automotive Concepts, and they're based out of Louisiana, and they have a website. The housing is a black anodized aluminum, and I think they sell it in a silver also. If you take a look at the reflector on the inside, it's not smooth and shiny. It's kind of a textured look, or sometimes they describe it as an orange peel. And the advantages of that is it provides a real nice smooth light pattern. You don't have what they call light artifacts, which are rings that you see on typical flashlights. This type of reflector does reduce a little bit on your total lumen output, but it's not too bad. It has an adjustable focus on the front bezel, so you can go from flood to spotlight on it. The bulb temperature, I think the website says it's close to 42 or 4300 Kelvin, but compared to some of the other lights I have, it seems, at least this light seems to be more like 5000 degrees Kelvin, which is kind of white, which is fine. I like white. it's a nice, clean, bright color. The total lumen output on high is around 3,000, and on low, or 28 watts, it's around 2,700 lumens, I guess. Runtime, it's 60 minutes on high and 80 minutes on low. You can access the battery by unscrewing the tail cap, and this is what the battery looks like. It's cylindrical in shape. The switch for the light is incorporated into the battery, so you push it once, the camera turns on high. You push it again, it changes to 28 watts from 35 watts, and then you push it again, it turns off. These batteries have also incorporated LED lights, so when the battery gets to the point where it won't power the HID, you can still use the LEDs on the light here for emergency lighting if you need it. So that's kind of a nice feature. And again, this has a typical flashlight look. It has clips here, so you can attach a shoulder strap. It's water resistant, and it has gaskets in all the areas that screw off. It weighs about 2.5 pounds, which is pretty light. It comes with a 1-year warranty, and you can also buy a filter kit for this. I think they make it in yellow. I made a homemade diffuser for it just to smooth out the light pattern a little bit more for video work. But that pops on the front like that, and pretty simple. The rubber material is very resistant to high temperatures. So that's my dual wattage 35-28 watt handheld flashlight from Advanced Automotive Concepts, and the brand is Oracle. My next light here is a 35 watt. The model is an L35, and it's sold by Battery Junction out of Connecticut. It has a plastic housing that has a rubberized coating on it. As you can tell, the bezel on here is smooth. So you may have some light artifacts or rings in the output of this light, but since it has a smooth, shiny bezel, it's going to have better throw than the Oracle 35 watt that we looked at. So it's kind of a trade-off, whether you like a smooth, shiny reflector versus a reflector that is textured or has an orange peel characteristic to it. For a smoother light pattern, it's really, as I said, a personal preference. The bulb temperature of this light is around 4,200 degrees Kelvin, which is normal sunlight. This is fixed focused. You cannot adjust it like the other light. It puts out 3,500 lumens. The runtime on this light is 110 minutes. The way you remove the battery is you have 2 buttons on each side. You push those, pull, twist, and pull. And this is what the battery looks like. I've got a spare. And on the back of the battery you have a battery status indicator, a test button, and then you can charge it outside the light with the plug here. Again, this light is water resistant. In fact, all the lights I'll show you pretty much today are water resistant except the last one, which is my homemade job. This weighs 2.9 pounds, so it's a little bit heavier than the first light that we looked at, the Oracle. It has a 1-year warranty on it. This also comes with a filter diffuser option. Again, you have a rubber hood that pops onto the front. And I'm showing you, this is a frosted glass which acts as a diffuser, smooths out the light pattern. But you can also buy this. This also comes with a yellow and red filter on it too. So this is a very nice accessory for this light. You have a switch on this side for the HID, And this is a lantern style light, and it has LEDs in the front, so if you don't need a humongous amount of light, but just like some immediate area light up, this has LEDs on the front, and this switch powers those LEDs, which is kind of a nice feature. So again, this is a 35 watt light sold by Battery Junction out of Connecticut, and this is a really nice light too. It's easy to carry, it has feet on the bottom for sitting on a flat area, and it's pretty sweet.